brings us to Las Vegas, Nevada.
The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Las Vegas Raiders. It's an Indian summer afternoon. Perfect conditions for football, and off we go on EA Sports.
And this carries into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a first and 10.
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
Brings up second and 11 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that first drive, pick six.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game, getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
Made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Now a handoff looking right. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on second and 13. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit. Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession, it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Westbrook now on the return.
And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. And just a net of 31 here. 40-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Raiders will take over now first and 10. First carry for Josh Jacobs. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. And sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. Two of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10". That's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. Carr going to give it to Jacobs. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Here's Carr to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. A gain of 4 on the play, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot, because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. On 3rd and long, it's Carr. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That was no 3rd and 2. That was 3rd and 16, but they get the conversion anyway. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it with Jacobs, and only able to muster a couple down to about the 27.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And they'll get this to Ruggs on the jet sweep.
And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
Well, I sure wouldn't be surprised if we see more of this as this game goes on, because we know they like to use their wideouts either on quick throws or on jet sweeps like what we just saw there. And to say that that one worked well, partner, that's stating the obvious.
And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. If you make the stop there, maybe you hold him to 3 on this opening drive. They didn't get the stop.
Yeah, new set of downs now. Now you're worried about, just as you pointed out, not just giving up 3, possibly giving up 6. Let's see what they decide to do here, because they've got to change up what they have been doing. It hasn't been working.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Dante Hightower on the stop.
We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done, because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Josh Jacobs, his 2nd touchdown on the season, and the Raiders add on to their lead. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you get the defensive touchdown early to give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with prior to the game, they always say, you know, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does. That's going to set him back 5 yards. They'll try it again now after the 5-yard walk-off. And it's good to make it 14-0.
Makes the score Raiders 14, Steelers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a first down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a first down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Steps away. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
And he's missed now in his first 4 passing attempts. The rhythm is just not there to begin this ball game.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. On play action, they'll throw. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 32. And they will finally get him, but not until he's all the way down inside the 15-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
Carr again here on 2nd and 10. And this is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. A 12-yard touchdown grab. And the Raiders able to extend that advantage. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And this is going to be a Steelers first down as he gets it up past the 35. That one a first down pickup of 8. 21-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter with the score Raiders.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10, good for a Steeler first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
And down he goes, brought down
that time, Charles, a quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly.
No, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. He had the defense been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
And Tate's got it. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 34-yard line. The defense shaking their heads, not aggressive enough, and they allow him to convert a 3rd and 18. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. And some room to roam now. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7.
21, Steelers 7. Chris Boswell to kick off for Pittsburgh.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
1st and 10.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They've really distanced themselves. They have put the pedal to the metal, I guess, so to speak.
So definitely have them in the rearview mirror, don't they? I mean, you're exactly right. Being able to string together these drives that end up in points, it's almost like a run in basketball to create that distance, and they're on a really big-time one right now.
It becomes contagious, doesn't it?
It absolutely does, because oftentimes it translates to your defense as well, because they're excited about getting the ball back for their offense that's playing so well.
Well, they are clicking right now. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Nice job there of utilizing his big target. He didn't overthink it. Understands the catch radius. Understands that he knows how to use his body to keep defenders away from the ball. And puts it right out there for the nice pickup.
And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Carr. And he's got his man on the out route. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 37. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Now a carry for Jacobs. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Carr. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not. And they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. Trying to run for it with Jacobs. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a 1st down. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
On first down, they go with Jacobs again. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line.
Ball carrier.
And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Carr. This will be caught at about the 6. And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Darren Waller, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Raiders add 6 to their lead. And his kick is right through.
Raiders 28, Steelers 7.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And a first half that really has not been kind to them. A late opportunity here to maybe make some inroads on this deficit before half.
And this drive's going to go a little.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Jarrell Casey bursting in to take him down. 2nd and long. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And that one will fall incomplete. Clock here now, just under 30 seconds to go in this first half.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. They'll look to throw now on first down. The completion good. This is Eric Ebron. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Chase Claypool, the intended target. And now it's 2nd down.
Casey Hayward on the coverage.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Intended for Eric Ebron. Incomplete.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. They'll look to throw again. And this will be caught by his big tight end, Ebron, for a Steeler touchdown.
Good job, good job.
Eric Ebron. In the final seconds of the first half, then the Steelers are able to cut into that deficit. It's up and good, and it's now 28-14.
The score, Raiders 28, Steelers 14.
4 seconds, all that remain here this first half as the kick gets away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game, as we are off to Orlando now to check in with Jonathan Coachman and our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, the Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway.
And the half will begin with a touchback.
Carr and the Raiders come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
He'll give it to Jacobs to start the drive.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
They'll stay on the ground with Jacobs. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Let's see who this is on. Clearly wasn't outside of the tackle box. There's your penalty.
And accompanying that penalty, a loss of down.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Carr. And that is incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
6-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number 1 was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here for 3rd down now looming. Now a handoff looking right. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. They're able to convert with a gain of 4.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it, and it took the ball off course.
A lot of times it's that first read that you had. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
have got him. Casey Hayward with a sack on the well-timed corner blitz.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with a sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Out of the gun now on third down. And he connects with Ebron.
And he will have a Steelers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory, right at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Well, I tell you what, when you get a running back who can move like that in the open field, that's something to take advantage of, and they certainly did there.
They'll try to run for it on 1st and goal. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
It's a loss of 1.
They'll try to run this one in. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again. He's got it, and they're back within a touchdown at 28-21.
Raiders 28, Steelers 21.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Pretty important third quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Here's Jacobs on 1st and 10. And he'll get this one across midfield and down into Steeler territory. Calling a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Carr going to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Carr. Flushed out right. Now he's going to throw deep right side. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. 11 yards there, first down. 3 quarters in the books. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's first and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. The 20. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10.
17-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown of the game and 4th on the year. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space, which is where he likes to operate with the ball in his hands. Oftentimes makes people miss, gets that run after the catch, and off he goes.
And into the end zone. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. And how about the quick feet there as he made a man miss on his way to a solid gain of 7.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
Once again, it's Jacobs. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
2 yards. It's 3rd down and 5.
Now Carr. Open man is Westbrook, complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through picking up the first. They fake the handoff. Now Carr. The open man is Westbrook. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be second and very short.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Carr. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10. To throw again. Carr. And he completes it to Westbrook. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 25-yard line. 23 yards the pickup there. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10. Back to the running game with Jacobs. Oh, no, he lost the football. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line. And it looks like Steeler football. It is.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock, get in position to win the game, and leave no time for them to come back and catch them. And guess what? They turned the ball over.
Out,
yeah, I mean, they had it all set up for themselves, and they let it get away.
And this is one of those bang-bang plays, Charles. Did the knee hit first or did the ball come out first?
This is where you need that 20/20 eyesight, don't you, Brandon? You've got to see which one happened first. If the knee hit the ground, then they will keep possession.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8.
Well, they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Jacobs now. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he's over the line and in for a Raider touchdown. It's the fullback. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28.
That's the score, Raiders 35. Steelers.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad. He would have kissed it on the ground.
He'll look to throw. Johnson with a completion over the middle. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
The Raiders likely going to get out of this with a victory as they take a knee. And they got to get to the 23 here on 3rd. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah.